So let's look at targeting a niche client. We're going to start with marketing mission statements, and then later on in the course we will go into marketing headlines. But marketing mission statements should be directed at individuals. The more personal you get, the more engagement you will get. So the more we focus on the individual, the more we talk to them, the more we think about everything from their perspective, the more engagement we're going to get with our brand and our offering. Most businesses, when they come to marketing, they think in terms of artillery marketing. So that's why they'll like things like Twitter. Businesses tend to like things like Twitter because Twitter, you can send out, you can broadcast all day long. This is our service, this is our offer, this is our service, this is our offer. Not the best way to use Twitter, but that's the way a lot of people use it. And it's artillery marketing. If you fire enough shells, you'll hit someone eventually. Sniper marketing, however, is very, very different. Sniper marketing tends to focus on a very specific individual. It tends to be very patient, but it tends to be very strategic. And it tends to be much more effective in the long run. Because the problem with artillery marketing is you hit the wrong people. You hit the wrong people all the time. And what happens is you get people coming into your sales funnel, they're jamming up your sales funnel, they're blocking up your processes, they're creating emails that you shouldn't really be answering because they're not qualified, they're not targeted. So we need to focus on a sniper marketing strategy with our marketing mission statement rather than artillery marketing. What will happen if you write a marketing mission statement with artillery marketing? It'll just be bland and generic. We offer business solutions. To who? What solutions? Most people, when they create marketing mission statements, that's the sort of stuff they come out. We help you solve your problems. What problems? Who's the you? These are some of the things we have to think about. Most businesses also struggle to market to a niche. They struggle with the concept of picking a niche because they think if they take the risk of marketing to a very small niche, that what's going to happen is they're going to miss all these other sales. So what they tend to do is keep adding services until eventually it becomes really unclear what the people are actually helping them, what the services and the products they're actually offering are, and what the purpose of their business is. So you have to commit to marketing to a niche. Now we're going to talk about how you develop your main niche and then develop secondary niches. But the main principle is this. Who do you get most of your work from? Because that is your niche. Who gives you the most work with the least amount of problems? That's your niche. That's who you need to be speaking to. You want more customers like that. So we need to focus on them and not worry about, there's the 80-20 rule. 20% of your clients will give you 80% of your work. So it's those 20% we need more of. We need more of the 20% and less of the 80% to give you 20%, because in the 80%, they do give you 20% of your work, but they tend to be also 80% of your problems. So we need to focus on niches, but then what we can do is establish one niche, and then we can add another niche, and then we can add another niche. But let's just market to our core market first. Let's figure out who they are, create a marketing mission statement for them, and then focus our marketing on reaching them. And what will happen as you go through this process, your marketing will become much more focused and your marketing will become much more cost effective, because you won't waste money dropping leaflets through people's doors that don't want your leaflets, if that makes sense. So let's say, for instance, you're a security firm and you specialize in high-end security systems. If you go to the local housing estate and drop those leaflets through the doors hoping someone's going to buy it, it's going to be a waste of leaflets. But if you go to a village where obviously the income levels are very high and you deliver leaflets through those doors, you've got a much higher chance of success. And these are some of the principles we're talking about. And if our marketing is correct, we'll be going to the village rather than the local housing estate or project. What we need to do with our client as well, we need to take them up the mountain. So we need to take them from a low place to a higher place. One of the best people in the world at doing this with their marketing is Apple. If you look at have a look at their fitness videos they've got on YouTube at the moment. They've got a series of Apple adverts that are about fitness. They're not selling the iPhone, they're selling the fitness someone can get from having an iPhone by using the apps. So they're taking them from unfit to fit. And that's how they're selling and targeting that niche group. They're not targeting, the people that want the greatest processor or the greatest camera. Because if we're honest, Apple is going to be outcompeted in different phones in all of those places. But what they rather do is they focus on mounting. Individuals mounting ascendancy. Individuals respond to the principle of ascendancy. Everyone wants to go from here to here in some way, shape or form. It can be negative to positive. It can be positive to positive. It's never negative to negative. Everyone wants to ascend. So in our marketing mission statements, if we communicate the principle of ascendancy, if we include that, if we show that we're helping them go from where they are to where they want to be, then that is going to help them. If we help them go from one situation to a better situation, now they're going to be interested because they're adding value to their lives. And the value in that we add to their lives is always linked to the level of ascendancy we can give them with our product. And it doesn't matter if it's financial, physical, or mental ascendancy. If we can show enough ascendancy and enough value, they will buy our product. So we need to focus on achievement. We need to focus on problem solving. We need to help them achieve something. We need to solve a problem for them. So when we're targeting a niche client, these are the things we need to be thinking about. We need to translate our services. We need to speak to our clients in English, not in Chinese. Most businesses, when they communicate in the industry language to people that are not in the industry. So people don't understand what it is the company actually tries to sell. And this comes back to that getting outside of ourselves and thinking about things from the client's perspective. And I often sit down with clients and help them with this. And, I'll come back to the broadband service I used earlier. So I said I looked at their website and I said, so what do you do? He said, and when I actually sat and said, we install Cat 5, Cat 6 lease line connections with fibre optic. And I was like, so what does that mean? And then we sat down and I just started talking to him and asking him some questions. And before long we realised, okay, what is it that your customer actually wants to buy? They're sitting in an office and they have workers who are on systems that need to be connected to the internet, but the systems are slow because they're not getting enough bandwidth. So what do they want? They want access to fast broadband so that their customers can work faster. They're not after Cat 5, Cat 6, fibre optic. They're not interested in that. Their specific problem is this. They want fast broadband so their employees are more productive. And that's how we need to start thinking. So we need to avoid industry speak and we need to talk in layman's terms, but we really need to translate our services. We really need to boil them down into the simplest language possible. I run a company called SME Heroes and we help people with their marketing. And often this is the biggest issue they have with their copy and their marketing. It's in industry speak. It's in the service language. People don't understand it. It is like you're an English-speaking person and someone standing there speaking Chinese at you, expecting you to understand and buy their services. It's never going to happen. So we really must help communicate and bring that down.